Now it's at 5,755. Come on. What's up, guys? So last time we did the NerdQAXE, the regular version with just a fan. Now this time we have the NerdQAXE++ from ASL Miner. So go ahead and check this one out in the description of the video as well. We will be putting it inside the fridge once more and do some overclocking to see, now, is it worth it? And how far could we overclock it for it to stay at like the optimal temperature or the safe temperature to do that. Okay, so guys, we are now doing the NerdQAXE++ Hydro version, and as you can see, we are currently at 44.9 degrees Celsius for the ASIC temp and at 51.8 degrees Celsius for the VR temp. Now, what I actually did is I changed the target temperature to 45. I could even go lower than that. And one thing that I noticed is that for the NerdQAXE Hydro version, it's easier to get the temperature lower if you put it inside the fridge compared to just the fan version. So let's try to do, like, just for fun, do the 40 degrees temperature target before we start tweaking, overclocking this bad boy. So as you can see, guys, right now, we are at 4,700 or 4,800 now. And then the expected is just the default, which is the 4,896 gigahash. So like 4.8 terahash for the NerdQAXE++ Hydro version. So right now, the fan RPM is at 1,874. VR temp still looking very, very good. So 51.3, and then ASIC temp is at 44.6. Let's for it a little bit to see how far it will go down in terms of the temperature. Now, the fridge is set to maintain a temperature of 1 degree Celsius. So I actually am thinking of also doing another video and putting this hydro version inside the freezer, how low we could go and how far we could go in terms of like overclocking this thing. So now we are at 4,900. So again, guys, we are still at the default frequency and core voltage for this unit. Okay, 44.5 and 50.9. Wow, it's still going lower and lower. Okay, so right now it's at 44 degrees. So that's how it looks like when the light inside the fridge is turned on. Okay, so 44.4 degrees Celsius for the ASIC temp, 50.7 degrees for the VR temp. Now it's just slowly lowering down the temperature. I'm not sure if it's going to reach that 40 degrees that we're targeting, but I guess it could work with just the 44-ish degrees Celsius temperature for the ASIC and start doing the overclock for this one. So I'm not gonna change this target temperature of 40 degrees. That way, it's going to automatically adjust the fan. Actually, let me do this. Let us try to manually do the fan speed to 100% and see for ourselves if that magic could actually lower down the temperature some more. Okay, still at 44.4. It's been there for like, I think, almost a minute now. 4,700 for the hash rate. Most likely, the lowest temperature that we could get out of the fridge that is set at 1 degree. Now, let's start doing the overclocking. Okay, so danger zone. Let's just do 650 for this. And this one, let's do 1200. Let's just make the fan mode manual. Maintain that. Okay, so right now we have already saved the changes, and as you can see, the ASIC temperature is now rising. The VR temperature should also rise. Okay, the hash rate is at 45.28 right now, and the expected is already set at 5,385. Actually, you know what? What we did for the NerdQAXE++, the fan version, let's try to do that here. See if it could reach that. Let's do 700. Is that the one that we did for? Now again, if you want to overclock your NerdQAXE++, guys, do it at your own risk, but I recommend that, not to, simply because it might just, instead of, having a good lifespan, might lower down, or it might make the lifespan shorter compared to, of course, I mean, the default. Okay, so let's do that. Now we are at 1250 core voltage and frequency at 700. You will see, wow, look at this. Power is at 103, almost 104 watts. Okay, so 5,000, I mean, yeah, 5,712. Let's do that. Let's do 720 to reach the 5,800. Okay, so 5875. Power is at 106.6 watts, guys. ASIC temp still, pretty low. VR temp, though, is at 60.6 and still rising. This VR temp, I'm expecting to go past 62 degrees simply because it doesn't have its own fan, okay? It's gonna be totally different if it has its own fan. Actually, should I? I mean, should I like put a fan there? Okay, now it's at 62.1. Let's lower down the core voltage to 1200. I mean, don't push it that much. Okay, that way it's gonna stay at around like 61-ish to 62, right? And we get a fan. Okay, so guys, right now, there is a fan in front of the VR temp. So as you can see, we are now at 55.4. So we could make it a little higher. So maybe 1270 and see for yourself, Again, I do not want to push this drastically. So let's just try to increase it, just a little bit every time. And right now we are hashing at 5,198. 5,230 now. It should go higher and higher, okay? So ASIC temp is at 50.2 and VR temp is at 56.6. Now this ASIC temp is really doing very well. Okay, so power is at 112 watts already. 113 now. Still doing 5,260 gigahash for this. This is very relaxed. I mean, this ASIC temperature, 113 watts. Look at that. It's like all the way up. Now, of course, if you want to, raise the power higher and overclock it more, you're gonna have to get a better power supply than than the stock power supply that goes along with your miner, because it just could just go like all the way until a certain wattage that is regulated for. So VR temperature is at 57.8 and ASIC temp right around 51 is the one that you could see. Hashing at 5,400 now, 5,409. Now let's see if, with all the settings that we did, if it could even go close to that 5,875 gigahash that is expected. But at times, I mean, surprisingly, if you still have the default settings set for your NerdQAXE++, it may spike to right around like 5,600, but then it's not gonna, of course, maintain that for so long. It goes down and then goes back to its regular hash rate, like 4.6, 4.8, 5,000. That's what I noticed since I had this one. But right now, the power, it is supposed to be, at default, you will get around 80-ish to 85 watts of power. Now, as you can see, it is at 1,113 watts. ASIC temp is still at a very good optimal range. VR temp still good. I mean, it's not even at 59 or 60 degrees, which is very decent. And that is because I placed a fan like in front of it. So something is blowing cold air into those voltage regulators. And I also placed some copper heat sinks already on those voltage regulators to help dissipate the heat. So now we are at 5,400. It went to as high as, I think, as 5,448 earlier. So let's give it some time, see if it's, if it's going to be able to get to that 5,875 gigahash rate. At the the stock, okay, the stock voltage regulator that we have for that miner. So fan speed, still very relaxed. It's at, look at this, 1,839. Oh, look at that. It's at 5,596 already. Getting close. The one thing I like about this miner compared to the like the regular NerdQAXE++ is all those RGB lights and the funky, you know, heat sink, because it's the AIO water cooled type of NerdQAXE++, so it has that swagger. I mean, I like the design. So if you have it like in your living room, it really looks very, very cool. So guys, 5,700 right now. Okay, we're getting close. Oh my gosh, look at that. 5,708. Okay, now it went down. Probably I jinxed it. So the efficiency is at 19.62 joules per terahash. Now it's at 5,755. Come on. 5,819. It's getting close. And it's not raising the temperature. VR temp still at 58.2. ASIC temp at 51.1. Power is still at 113. Okay, so the settings is at 720 and 1270 for the core voltage. Okay, 5,700 again. This could be like an optimal range for the overclocking. I mean, if you have that ambient temperature of right about maybe 1 to 5 degrees, and then you have those the water-cooled type of NerdQAXE, it's gonna give you all these readings. So it went down, so 5,577. It's like doing full throttle right now, but at least we were able to get super close to our goal, which is the 5,875. Went as close as 5,700 plus. So I'm not gonna be surprised if we leave this running, that it's going to spike to 5,900 to 6,000 gigahash at one point, and then go back to like right around 5,600. If it's going to do like 5,600 on average, it's gonna be very, very good. Look at that, 5,732. 5,754. That's going down again. Okay, so constant at 113 watts. Temperatures are still good. It's not changing. I mean, very stable, 51.1 degrees Celsius and then 58.3. So this is from the fridge, guys. If it's gonna be inside the freezer, it's gonna be lower, and you know, it's gonna be, I think, more efficient. So stay tuned for that. Make sure to subscribe to the channel, guys. I'm gonna do another experiment putting the NerdQAXE++ Hydro version inside the freezer. I'm also going to check out the wind version, the regular or the stock version of the NerdQAXE++, and then put them side by side, see like the differences, you know, in terms of the hash rate, the temperature, the maintaining temperature of the two different NerdQAXE++ types. So right now we are at 5,599 gigahash. So very, very good. I mean, it's maintaining that 5,000. I would say, you know, 5,500 to 5,600 gigahash. Oh, now it went down to 5,400. I keep on jinxing it. 5,445. All right, so if you like this types of content, guys, and if you have, you know, anything that you would like me to try out with the NerdQAXE++ or the BitAxe, feel free to go ahead and put it in the comment section. If you like this kind of content, don't forget to smash that like button. Head on over to the channel, guys. I make a lot of cryptocurrency contents, pre-sales, IDOs, cryptocurrency mining. I have also two Antminer SK S19K or S19K Pro that I will also be setting up. So stay tuned for that one. Consider subscribing. That way you will not miss out on any of the contents that I upload in the future. I will see you on the next. I'm out. Peace.